Let's go for our first startup from London, A-Tech. Come on, enjoy Neo on the stage. Come on, my friend. Where's the music? Come on, raise the music. How are you?
Très bien, merci.
How are you?
C'est très bien d'être ici. Je parle anglais.
Ah.
I'm very good. Delighted to be here.
Okay, thank you so much for being here. How was your trip?
Trip was good. Flew in from Serbia today. Was rolling out a project with the United Nations. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that during the pitch.
All right.
Exciting stuff is happening with A-Tech, changing the world.
Cool. So the stage is yours.
Thank you.
I'll leave you there. And as you know, you have 90 seconds, okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Ready to go.
Press next one just to make sure. Yes. 1, 2, 3, and go.
Okay, let me tell you something shocking. Each year, $1.1 trillion is stolen out of the hands of people in developing countries because of fraud, corruption, and a lack of transparency. And this is something that governments and NGOs have been unable to solve, but I'm delighted to say that we are solving it right now. Good evening, my name is Niall Dennehy, and I'm the COO and the co-founder of A-Tech. A-Tech makes a big, big guarantee. We guarantee that international aid always reaches the right person, from the donor to the recipient, from Switzerland to Serbia. And we do this using blockchain technology to create a fully traceable flow of information. For our clients, this means that they can track the delivery of international aid at every step of the journey. For beneficiaries, we create a digital identity which allows them to receive aid and social services directly. No more middlemen, no more fraud, no more theft, no more messing. And this isn't just theoretical. We've used this technology in Syria, where 500 Syrian refugees used the digital identity to obtain goods and services. And I'm delighted to announce that the two largest NGOs in the world, the International Federation of the Red Cross and the United Nations Development Programme, have agreed to roll out projects on our platform. They give us access to 191 countries, and in 2016 and in 2017, we're going to be rolling out projects in Haiti, France, Serbia, Malawi, and Pakistan. And all of this is only possible because of our amazing team, pictured here in Serbia last week with the United Nations. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you so much, my friend.
Un plaisir.
We go for the Q&A. Judges, on you. Who wanna say? Who wanna start? First question, first judge, come on.
Don't be shy.
What is your position on data privacy?
Data privacy, yeah, we got asked the same question in London. It's something we're very cognizant of, and we spoke recently with the United Nations in Serbia. So the one thing we're very mindful of doing is protecting the identity of the people that we store on our platform, and we've consulted with a lot of data protection agencies around Europe. But because of the encryption that we're using on our system, and it's pretty much impossible to hack, we can ensure, as much as cryptography allows us to do, that the identity of the people that we're dealing with is fully protected using cutting-edge blockchain technology.
How do you make your money?
We make money in a few different ways, but the key thing is that the people that we work with up here, so this sounds cheesy, people say that they want to change the world every day. We're different, we do it, this is proof of that. But what we do essentially is we see people like the United Nations Development Programme, who's one of our partners, as being a channel partner to get to a government. So these guys are funded by governments. So if we can bring transparency and efficiency to the distribution of their funds, so for the United Nations, believe it or not, that's $7 billion. If we can make that fully transparent, then they're more likely to get funded by governments, and they can show. So essentially, we do it in 4 ways. Number 1 is a transaction processing-based model. 2 is based on the value savings that we add. 3 then is that we charge for the data. And 4 again is getting these guys to act as a channel partner for us to give us access to philanthropists like Bill and Melinda Gates and to governments by bringing value to what they do and making everything completely transparent. Going back to what I said at the very start, $1.1 trillion is lost each year. Our mission is to put that to bed, stop that.
How do you use blockchain to secure the transactions? Because usually the fraud is made with cash and not with transactions.
Yeah, so what we've done is we've created our own custom blockchain, which is technically a transaction chain. And what we do is we allow our users to create a digital identity. So I'll give you a very simple example. You may recall there was a slide up there where I showed you 500 Syrian refugees obtaining goods from a shop. So essentially what we were able to do was we captured a picture of those refugees that was then stored on our blockchain and was hashed together into ones and zeros. But basically what they could do is they come into a shop, the shopkeeper scans the QR code with the mobile phone, he can verify who they are, what they're entitled to, that could be a bottle of water, that could be a bag of rice. They confirm that they received the product, and there's a record, a real-time record for the Red Cross, which did happen. In Geneva, they could see it happening. In Dublin, they could see it. And also in Beirut, in the local office, they could see those transactions in real time. And all of that information is securely stored on our implementation of blockchain, which we call a transaction chain.
So congratulations for having a commercial blockchain application.
Yeah, thank you.
Not a lot of companies do this. Where will you see yourself going after United Nations? Would it be luxury goods, car parts?
Yeah, we've a huge vision. We've got 6 different offerings. I can go through financials after with you if you want to give me a check, like Rodrigo was saying. But basically our big vision, and we can do it, is to bring banking to the unbanked. So if you think about it, there are 2 billion people worldwide now who don't have access to a bank account. But if we can put our technology in their hands, we can bring banking to the unbanked. So those Syrian refugees that I spoke about, if they were to use our technology, you can see what they're purchasing in real time. And to give you an example of where that could be used, one of our clients is the Irish Red Cross. They helped us to kick off our very first project in Lebanon. And they gave us a use case, and I'll describe it to you like this. They were saying that when the refugee crisis hit Europe last summer, they sent a container load of goods to Greece from Ireland. They made the assumption of what people want. They thought it was things like rice and water, but they found that the things that people really wanted were hair removal kits, toiletries, sanitaries, but they had no way of seeing what the demand on the ground in these areas where unbanked people were. So they told us, if we had your technology, which they have now, we can plan what we give to people. So if you think about that from a microinsurance point of view, a remittances point of view, you're putting a digital identity which can be tied to all of this information, which allows the unbanked to build up a credit profile and a financial fingerprint. So that's the big vision, to bring banking to the 2 billion unbanked. And the partners we have now, the Red Cross and the United Nations, it's taken us 2 years to build up partnerships with them, but they are on board to help us achieve that. No other company in the world has ever done anything like it. We're the only company doing it, and we're the only company using blockchain to do it.
All right. I'm happy to see you again.
Yeah,
and
me too.
Tell us a little bit about something about your team.
Yeah, so the team, this is, we're actually missing a few people here, but the key guys are, this is Joseph here on the very far left. Joseph is the CEO. He's the guy that gets, pardon my français, he's the guy who gets la merde done, or the shit done. He is the guy we call the hustler. I'm the guy who makes sure that gets done on time. And Flavien is he's a French guy. Flavien Charlon is a programmer exceptionnel, and he is the guy who is the brains behind the operation. Valerie is our program manager. You don't see here a guy called Konstantin Gurdiev, who is a very famous professor of finance, and he's the guy who's helping us form our strategy. And also a guy called Carl Gray, who's a blockchain pioneer, and he created the world's very first ever blockchain-based crowdfunding platform. And he sees the vision that we have, and he shares the vision that we have.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Merci beaucoup.
Thanks,
Merci,
Neil.
Paris.